We have already discussed regarding chemical equilibrium, then characteristics of chemical equilibrium. Everything we have discussed in the last class. So today we will discuss another important portion, that is law of chemical equilibrium and equilibrium constant. So next we will discuss law of chemical equilibrium and we will learn what is equilibrium constant. Law of chemical equilibrium. Okay. So we have already discussed regarding law of mass action, which tells us that the rate of a chemical reaction depends on the active mass of the reactant or molar concentration of the reactant. That is law of mass action. Suppose we will take a hypothetical equation A plus B gives rise to C plus D. So I have already told you what these small ABCD mean. They are the stoichiometric coefficient or gives you the number of moles. Gives you the number of moles in a balanced chemical equation. Okay. So this is the forward direction. And this one is the backward direction. I have already told you that the equilibrium is only possible for a reversible reaction. For a reversible chemical reaction, equilibrium is possible. Okay. So for forward direction, what are the reactants? Now these are the reactants. A and B are the reactants. A moles of reactant A and B moles of reactant B are producing the product. Okay. So for forward reaction, what are the reactants? Now A and B. I have already told you, as per law of mass action, the rate of a reaction, if you write rate of forward reaction RF, will be directly proportional to the active mass, that is molar concentration of the reactant. That means we will write K, small kf into A to the power A into B to the power B. We have already discussed. So as per law of mass action, this will be the rate of the forward reaction. Okay. RF, rate of forward reaction, will be equal to Kf. That is velocity constant or rate constant for the forward reaction. And this is molar concentration of reactant A, molar concentration of reactant B. Let it be equation 1. Similarly, for backward reaction, C and D are the reactants and these are the products. So for backward reaction, we will consider C and D as the reactant. So as per law of mass action, what will be the rate of backward reaction? RB is the rate of backward reaction, will be equal to K, that is rate constant for backward reaction, into C to the power C into D to the power D. So as per law of mass action, this will be the rate of backward reaction, where RB is the rate of backward reaction, which will be equal to Kb. Kb is the rate constant or velocity constant for the backward reaction. C and D are the molar concentration or active mass of the reactant. कही चल रहे छुआ backward reaction by reactant एमाने, forward reaction by एमाने reactant. Okay. So let me make it equation 2. We know that at equilibrium, what happens? Now the rate of the opposing processes becomes equal. At the opposing process con, now forward reaction and backward reaction, these are the two opposing reactions. So at equilibrium they will be equal. What we can write? Now rate of forward reaction will be equal to rate of backward reaction. So we will write that rate of forward reaction will be equal to rate of backward reaction. So applying this relationship at equilibrium, what we can write? Now the left hand side becomes same. We can equate the right hand side. जेहेतु left hand side समान है गला, हमें right hand side को समान करते करेगा. What we can write implies that at equilibrium कौन लिखवा चाहा? ना K F into A to the power A into B to the power B becomes equal to KB, that is rate constant for backward reaction, into C to the power C into D to the power D. Okay. Then Kf by Kb, that will make a new constant capital K. K, which will equal to Kf, rate constant for forward direction, divided by rate constant for backward direction, will be equal to how much? Now look, Kf by Kb. So this will be divided here. So C to the power C into D to the power D divided by A to the power A into B to the power B. So this is called law of chemical equilibrium, which defines you the value of equilibrium constant. So this K, capital K, is known as equilibrium constant, which is a constant at a given temperature. So it is a constant at a given temperature. So how to define equilibrium constant? Now from this relationship we can define the equilibrium constant. Make it equation 3. So this is called law of chemical equilibrium, which defines you the value of equilibrium constant. So I already told you that for a given reaction at a given temperature, the ratio of concentration of the product and reactants are constant. That is known as law of chemical equilibrium. So for a given reaction at a constant temperature, the ratio of concentration of the product, मन रखियो ratio टा कहार हो, product आउ रहिबो ऊपरे, reactant रहिबो तळे. So the ratio of concentration of the product and reactant is a constant, which is known as equilibrium constant. Okay, so this is called law of chemical equilibrium, and how to find out the value of equilibrium constant. How to find out the value of equilibrium constant. So equilibrium constant can be written in various ways. So when it is written as Kc, equilibrium constant, when it is written as Kc, you have to consider that the concentration is expressed in molar form, that is in mole per liter. So when the concentration of the reactants or products is expressed in their molar concentration, that is in terms of moles per liter, the equilibrium constant will be written as Kc. Similarly, you know, for gases we can express the concentration in the form of their partial pressure. So for gaseous reactants we can write the concentration, we can express the concentration of the gaseous reactant in form of their partial pressures. Okay, so here when the reactants are in gaseous state, we can find out the value of equilibrium constant as Kp. When the concentration is expressed as partial pressure. Common pi applicable hobo chua only for gases. Partial pressure for gases only. ताले हम कहना था वो Kp. Okay, so the equilibrium constant is the ratio of concentration of the product and reactant at a constant temperature. So it can be expressed in terms of Kc when the molar concentration is expressed, or that means the reactants are expressed in terms of moles per liter. Then Kp when the gaseous reactant are present, and we can express their concentration in the form of partial pressure. Okay, so these are the various types of equilibrium constant. Next we will discuss the relationship between Kp and Kc. So next we will discuss the relationship between Kp and Kc. We will discuss equilibrium constant for gaseous systems. So as I have already told you that for gaseous systems, or when the reactant are present in gaseous state, we can express their concentration in the form of their partial pressure. Okay, so that I have already told you. Suppose you will take a hypothetical equation: A moles of reactant A, which is in the gaseous state, combines with B moles of reactant B, which is again in gaseous state, to produce C moles of product C, which is again in gaseous state, and D moles of D, which is again in gaseous state. So only change I have made is that all the reactant and product here, because for forward direction these are the reactant, for backward direction these are the reactants. So all have been taken in the same state, that is gaseous state. Okay, so we can express their concentration in the form of Kp. What will be the value of Kp? Now remember, it is P C to the power C into P D to the power D divided by P A to the power A into P B to the power B. So what is P A, P B, P C and P D? Where the P A is equal to partial pressure of A, that means concentration of A. कोई gaseous पाई reactant concentration को उतना हम express कर परिबो ना in terms of partial pressure. Similarly, PB means concentration of B. PC means concentration of C, and PD means concentration of D. Okay. So this is how we express the value of equilibrium constant for gaseous systems. Okay. So from this we'll find out the relationship between Kp and Kc. So next, the relationship between Kp and Kc. So this is the expression for Kp. Okay. So we know that PV is equal to nRT. From ideal gas equation, we know that PV is equal to nRT, where P is the pressure, V is the volume in liter, N is the number of moles, R universal gas constant. You have to remember the value 8.314 joule per Kelvin per mole. T is the absolute temperature expressed in Kelvin scale. So this is the ideal gas equation. So what we can write from this? Now P is equal to N by V RT. So only rearranging this, I can write P is equal to N by V RT. What is N? Now number of moles, volume is expressed in liter. So it will give you the value of concentration. So what we can write implies that P is equal to CRT, where C is the concentration in moles per liter, where C is concentration in moles per liter. Okay. So in general, what we can write? In general, we can write Pi. I can have any value ABCD. You can put here is equal to CIRT. Pi is equal to CIRT. So I can place any value A, B, C, D instead of I here. So what will be the partial pressure of A? So what will be the partial pressure of A? Now CA into RT. CA means concentration of A. So what we can write? Concentration of A means it will be written within the square bracket. Square bracket like this. So the concentration of A into RT. Similarly, what will be PB? PB is equal to CB, concentration of B into RT. That means concentration of B means I will लिखी दवा square bracket with B into RT. Similarly, what will be PC, partial pressure of C? PC will be equal to CCRT, CCRT, where CC is the concentration of C. That means concentration can be लिखना चाहिए. Now square bracket with CC into RT. Similarly, what will be PD? Put D here. PD is equal to CDRT. Concentration of D into RT. So how to write concentration of D? Na square bracket में लिख दो concentration of D into RT. Okay. So let it be equation 1. Let it be equation 1. The value of Kp. So putting these values in equation 1, what will get? Putting these values in equation 1, what will get? Now Kp will be equal to PC. PC means, look at here, concentration of C into RT. So concentration of C into RT to the power C into PD. PD means concentration of D into RT. So how to write? The concentration of D into RT to the power D divided by PA. PA means concentration of A into RT. Concentration of A into RT to the power A into PB. PB means concentration of B into RT. Concentration of B into RT to the power B. So simply putting these values in equation 1, we will get this one. ताको टे expand कर दो अच्छा केमती लिखिबे देखो. Kp will be equal to concentration of C to the power C into concentration of D to the power D divided by concentration of A to the power A into concentration of B to the power B into RT to the power C plus D divided by RT to the power A plus B. What are A plus B? A, B, C, D? These are the number of moles. A, B are the number of moles of the reactant. C, D are the number of moles of the product. তাহলে আমি কোন লিখতে পারি দেখো এটাকু implies that Kp is equal to এটা কত হয়ে গেল ছয় দেখো this is Kc. Look at the value of Kc. This will give you the value of Kc. Kc into RT to the power del N. So this is the relationship between Kp and Kc. This is the relationship between Kp and Kc. RT to the power C plus D divided by RT to the power A plus B. কেতে হিসব RT so where del N কোন কইবা del N is the change in number of moles কারো না product minus reactant. That means number of moles of the product কেতে C plus D minus A plus B. কইসা চলডি what is C plus D? Number of moles of the product. A plus B number of moles of the reactant. তাহলে del N টা আমি যেটা ইউজ করছি এটি Kp is equal to Kc into RT to the power del N. Del N টা মনে রাখিব change in number of moles. That is number of moles of the product minus number of moles of the reactant. So this is the relationship between Kp and Kc. Okay. So mostly it is asked for derivation as a long question. Derive the relationship between Kp and Kc. You have to remember Kp is equal to Kc into RT to the power del. Okay. So next I'll give you some assignment. Then we'll close class for today. Students, as I told you, I'll give you some assignments. So it is mandatory for all of you. You try to solve this and send the answer to my WhatsApp number, which is known to you. Okay. So assignment number 1. Write down the unit of Kc. Write down the unit of Kc. So Kc is the equilibrium constant when concentration of the reactants is expressed in moles per liter. So first question is write down the unit of Kc, equilibrium constant in terms of molar concentration. Number 2, write down the unit of Kp, that is equilibrium constant in terms of partial pressure. That means when concentration is expressed in terms of partial pressure. ताल concentration unit कोन हेजिबो ना pressure unit, let it be atmospheric or bar or anything. I am giving you here atmospheric or bar. जोड़ा नबो गोटे नबो हला. That is in terms of atmospheric pressure or bar. ताले what will be the unit of Kp? Question 3. For the reaction H2 gas plus I2 gas gives rise to 2HI gas, 2HI gas. The value of Kc, the value of Kc, that means equilibrium constant in terms of molar concentration, is equal to 48 at 750 Kelvin. So as I told you, you have to express the value of equilibrium constant at a given temperature. So it is mandatory. Jetale bhi equilibrium constant value tume likhibo, you have to mention the temperature. So the value of Kc for this reaction is 48 at 750 Kelvin. Okay. So question is find out the value of Kp. All are in gaseous state, so you can find out the value of Kp at the same temperature. See, same 750 Kelvin जेतल temperature रहिबो, so what will be the value of Kp? So this is the next assignment for you. These are the 3 assignments. So you have to find out the value of Kp. Kc value दिया है तुमको. Kc value has been given here. You have to find out the value of Kp for this reaction. Then units of Kp and units of Kc. Okay, students. So this is for today. In the next class, we'll discuss characteristics of equilibrium constant. Characteristics of equilibrium constant. So see you in the next class. Till then, goodbye.